It's 10 a.m. and this is WKYT Midmorning. We're live in Moorhead, where former President Bill Clinton is starting his three-stop tour of Kentucky to campaign for his wife.
How a community is responding after a young mother dies days after giving birth to twins.
WKYT News starts now with breaking news.
Good morning, Bill Bryan and Barbara Bailey for WKYT. Let's get right to this story. A University of Kentucky audit has uncovered hundreds of thousands of dollars in inappropriate purchases and fraud.
The investigation led to the firing of a UK employee. WKYT's Victor Puente is tracking this breaking story from the live desk, and we check in with him now.
New details in this case just came out within the last hour. The employee, who was fired in September, worked in the physics and astronomy department. Now, here's what we've learned. A university audit uncovered nearly $250,000 in inappropriate purchases. UK's identified that employee as Steve Ellis. He's accused of purchasing lab equipment and selling it on eBay. UK police also seized property from storage units rented by Ellis. Nearly 80 items, including desktop computers, lab equipment, and projectors, were found in the search. UK police are working with the U.S. Attorney's Office on the investigation. The findings were presented this morning to the Audit Committee of the UK Board of Trustees. At the live desk, Victor Puente, WKYT.
All right, Victor, thank you. And a more updated story coming up at noon on that. Well, 2 weeks away from Kentucky's big presidential primary, two Democratic hopefuls are courting voters in the Commonwealth this week.
Today, former President Bill Clinton is stumping for his wife in Moorhead. Clinton is no stranger to the campaign trail, of course. He's going to be speaking to voters at the Space Science Center at Moorhead State University. Arriving there very shortly, and that event expected to start any minute. Hillary Clinton was in Kentucky yesterday speaking to voters in Ashland about how to jumpstart the economy in Appalachia. She's putting her husband to work today out on the campaign trail after his event in Moorhead. Bill Clinton is then coming to Lexington, where he will meet with voters at the William T. Young Library on the UK campus. That event scheduled to start at 12:30, and from there he'll wrap up his day in Kentucky with an event in the state's largest city of Louisville. Hillary Clinton's challenger Bernie Sanders, he is also coming to Kentucky. Voters are expected to start showing up for his rally at Louisville's Waterfront Park around 4 o'clock this afternoon, and tomorrow he will be in Lexington to speak at another rally at Heritage Hall. Well, the Democratic presidential hopefuls are looking to Kentucky at this point, which is interesting. The national spotlight is on Indiana today. The state's primary election could help seal the nominations for both the Republican and Democratic presidential frontrunners. Donald Trump expects to win a majority of the 57 delegates at stake in the Republican contest, despite attempts by Ted Cruz to slow his momentum. Clinton is locked in a tight race with Bernie Sanders in Indiana, but she is 90% of the way to clinching her party's nomination. For complete campaign coverage throughout the day, download the WKYT News app. Well, we could see a shower or two today, but we're also in for cooler temperatures here in the Commonwealth.
That cloud cover is holding. WKYT meteorologist Micah Harris is here to help you plan your day. Micah.
Yeah, I just don't see that changing for today. We'll have the cloud cover overhead. We'll have a couple of showers work their way on in. The thunderstorms, the strong to severe thunderstorms, are long gone. You will not see that today. However, if you look northbound, now we're going to be seeing a couple of showers dip on in here, especially I-64, that bluegrass region, and back towards 64 toward Moorhead, northbound. That's your best bet. See a couple of showers fly across the region, light showers that is. 50s right now. It's not really going to budge all that much. We're talking maybe another 8 to 10 degrees, and that's about it. The focus of the forecast is not so much about rain. The next 3 days we do have a rain chance. However, you better have your coats handy, because here comes a shot at some cold air, maybe your blackberry winter coming up.
Michael, we'll see you then. Today, a Southern Kentucky community will bury a kindergarten teacher who died unexpectedly. The 29-year-old died just a few days after giving birth to twins. Brittany Fleener taught at Williamsburg Independent Schools. The school says Fleener will be missed, and now they're rallying around her husband and those young twins. Her funeral will be this afternoon at 2 o'clock at Crowley Funeral Home. A scholarship fund is being set up for her twins. A man has died after his car was hit by a Lexington fire truck. That crash was on Man o' War near Nichols Park Drive. That stretch of road was closed for nearly 5 hours while police investigated the deadly crash. They say 23-year-old Cody Emery's car jumped the median before he swerved into the path of the fire truck. Fire officials say the crew was responding to a call at the time and that the emergency lights and sirens were in operation at the time.
Lexington police are investigating after a woman woke up to find a knife-wielding man inside her home. Police say the man had a T-shirt covering his face when he demanded money from the woman. The victim says he appeared to be drunk. She gave him some money and shoved him out of her house, where several children were sleeping at the time. New on WKYT Midmorning, a man is accused of running a human trafficking ring out of his northern Kentucky home. Ronald King faces several charges, including tampering with evidence. Police say he was promoting prostitution inside his home in Independence, that is just down the street from a high school.
The owner of an eastern Kentucky hospital is being sued by the federal government over prescriptions written for hospital employees. The Herald Leader says the lawsuit is against Appalachian Regional Health Care. It accuses Dr. Donald Ramsey, who was an emergency room doctor at Harlan ARH, of writing prescriptions for a stimulant to hospital employees and their families without properly examining them. The lawsuit says the employees paid cash for the pills. The paper says Ramsey gave up his license to practice medicine a year ago.
Police plan to charge a Clay County man with murder and fetal homicide after they say he killed his pregnant girlfriend. Family members of Samuel Cornett say he shot Alicia Ty in the couple's home. They say she was holding the couple's 2-year-old child when the pregnant mother was shot. Police say Cornett then grabbed the child and left the home before being arrested. Ty died at UK Hospital the next day. A triple murder case in Boyle County is expected to move forward today. The last time Kenneth Keith appeared in court, the judge delayed his hearing after the defense requested more time to review information. Keith is accused of killing Michael and Angela Hawkinsmith and Daniel Smith at a Danville pawn shop 2.5 years ago. Keith's status hearing is scheduled for 1:30 this afternoon.
A newly released report says coal jobs in Kentucky are at the lowest level since 1898. The state's quarterly coal report says there are now fewer than 4,000 people working in eastern Kentucky mines. That's a nearly 22% decrease from just last year. The report also says around 1,500 jobs were lost in the first 3 months of this year. One of the greatest racehorses of all time is the focus of a new exhibit here in Kentucky.
The Kentucky Derby Museum opened the American Pharoah exhibit at Churchill Downs. It's filled with trophies from the Triple Crown winning horse's career. Pharoah's trainer says the museum's film honoring the horse called The Greatest Race was emotional to watch. American Pharoah was the first horse to win the Triple Crown in 37 years.
All right.
It was fun to watch it all.
And a very friendly horse, everybody says, right?
They like to come visit and see him. Well, pizza lovers in Lexington will soon have a new location to grab a slice.
Goodfellas is opening up a third location in the historic Pepper Distillery campus on Manchester Street. The New York-style restaurant will overlook Town Branch. The owners told the Herald Leader they will continue to sell pizza by the slice or by the 22-inch pie. Construction expected to start in the next month. Goodfellas hopes to open up at that location by August. And that is a really redeveloped part of town. You know?
It's amazing how it's changed,
it
really.
is.
Well, keep it right here this mid-morning. It's the bare necessities that this little guy was after.
How firefighters responded. That's coming up after weather.
Still have a couple of showers to go through for today, but really, even though with the chances of rain in the forecast, really focus on this cool down. We're talking some pretty cold conditions some mornings. I'll have that coming up next.
Now, your zone-by-zone forecast with meteorologist Micah Harris.
We still have a couple of sprinkles across the region. It's not much, and most of us staying dry right now, but about 5% of us seeing a couple of sprinkles, and that 5% is actually north instead of south this time. And this is coming in from the north, so what that means is don't expect a lot of moisture, a lot of rain falling out of these. You're not going to get that. Thunderstorms, don't expect those today. Expect a couple of showers, especially in the northern half, because here's what is happening. You get that low pressure system over West Virginia. It's moving east, and so as this pushes east, what you're getting is the wraparound effect of this low pressure system. And it's driving in some cooler air, it's driving in that cloud cover, and that cloud cover will give us at least that chance at seeing a couple of showers later on today. I'd say the best timing on that, starting roughly noontime in the north, and then starting to slide southbound as we go through the day. Remember, it's only 40%, and it's not heavy rain, so stick to your plans. Temperatures are there in the mid-50s now. It's going to be hard-pressed to get it too much higher. We'll say about another 8 degrees, and that's about it. A couple of showers still in that forecast. I would say I-64 corridor northbound. You guys have the best shot of actually seeing a couple of passing showers today. Very light, don't forget, so just don't cancel your plans. Let's talk about what's going on the next couple of mornings, because these mornings are pretty chilly. Good news here is I expect some cloud cover overhead. Cloud cover and light winds, that helps us out, because what that does, it does not allow us to get as cold as we could be. There's some pretty chilly air sliding on in. This is reading 45 degrees tomorrow morning. I expect it to be right around 40 to 45 degrees. We get through your day. Tomorrow does not look good. We're going to add some showers and thunderstorms. Looks like it's sliding into downtown right there around 2 p.m. As you can see at the top of the screen, your timestamp. Let's take it off a few more hours later, and there's 5 p.m. and still holding on to showers and even a few rumbles of thunder mixed in. No severe weather expected tomorrow. It's just more beneficial rain to the yards. Beneficial, detrimental, depends on the way you look at it, I guess. We head off towards your evening hours, and your temperatures there in the 50s. Still a little bit more rain to go, but watch as we go overnight. Some really cool air slides on in. Look at 4 a.m., 5 a.m., 6 a.m. We'll be right around 40 to 43 degrees again. Now, here's the story on this. Most of us will be there. However, I do expect some spots to be right there in the upper 30s when it's all said and done. We're trying to get rid of that rain, but that cooler air is really sliding on in. Look at your overnight lows there. There on Thursday morning and Friday morning, upper 30s, lower 40s. It will be a really cold start for this time of year. Absolutely. And look, once we slide off into your Friday and Saturday, we're at 68 on Friday, 74 on Saturday. Both of those days, as of now, look pretty good. But I never say never when it comes to springtime here in Kentucky 5-6 days out. You just never know with that, so you have to watch those days very closely in the upcoming days. But as of right now, those are the nicest days in the forecast. So let's just hope it stays that way. Right?
Those rains come up on you, though, don't they?
Right, exactly.
All right, thank you, Mike. It is more than one Colorado apartment dweller could bear. A bandit that broke into his place was a bear that was actually searching for food.
Now, the young black bear hit the fridge as the resident locked himself in his bedroom and called for help. That might be the wise thing to do. About a half dozen firefighters and deputies responded to the call. They yelled to scare the bear, then quieted down as the bear poked its head out of the apartment door. They stomped and yelled again as the bear ran down the hallway. They did not want the animal to get too comfortable around people.
Yeah, because he would then only come back, I guess, right?
Well, he may come back anyway. Who knows?
The guy just
Isn't that
locked himself up. Probably a good move, actually.
Yeah, an interesting start to your day.
Yeah, right.
Well, the biggest names in fashion, movies, and music come together for fashion's biggest night, and Prince's family goes to court.
Terry Okita has your eye on entertainment.
Some of Prince's family members attended a hearing Monday where a Minnesota judge confirmed the appointment of a special administrator to oversee his estate. The judge said the court hasn't determined that there is no will, only that no will has been found yet. It's unclear how long it will take to settle Prince's estate. Fashion's biggest night saw the world's biggest stars decked out to the nines. Taylor Swift and Beyoncé were among the A-listers turning heads at the annual Met Gala at the Metropolitan Museum of Art in New York. This year's theme was Fashion in an Age of Technology.
How long have you been out here, holy man?
And Ewan McGregor stars as Jesus in the new movie Last Days in the Desert. The film is an imagined chapter from Jesus' time in the desert where he struggles with the devil over the fate of a family.
We weren't really making a film about Jesus. Jesus was this leading character in our film about fathers and sons.
Last Days in the Desert opens in limited release May 13th. That's your Eye on Entertainment. Terry Okita, CBS News, Los Angeles.
We'll keep it here on WKYT Midmorning. You sure don't have to travel to Louisville to get that Derby frame of mind.
Party host Bill Morgan is here to tell us about the poor man's Harlan County Derby Eve event.
Event it is.
On WKYT. Tonight's Mega Millions jackpot is $128 million, and Wednesday night's jackpot for Powerball, $348 million.
Welcome back in. It's mid-morning on WKYT. We're glad you're with us. It is not the glitzy, glamorous setting of the Derby Eve parties of the past, you know, the ones hosted by socialites like Anita Madden and Mary Lou Whitney. Instead, this is the poor man's Harlan County Derby Eve Party 2016, and it's held at B&B Morgan Tire Shop on North Broadway.
We are joined by the party host, Bill Morgan. Thank you very much for coming in here.
Well, it's always a pleasure, and it's always your ideas that make the party so good.
Well, my idea had to do with you giving to charity, and you have been very, very generous through the years.
Right, you know, and we got a new cause this year, is March of Dimes, and we're going to have a silent auction. We're going to have a Calcutta, and we got a whole lot of wonderful silent auction items.
That's really a great thing you do.
You make the point, Bill. It really was. It was launched right here. I was here doing the interview, and Barb said, why don't you do some of this for charity? And it really changed what had started out as a fun time back at your old apartment complex 44 years ago, right?
You're right. And one thing about this party is it's developed, and we've been a blessing to a lot of different groups. You know, Kaywood Leffert Boys and Girls Club in Harlan, Officer Brian Derman, one of Barbara's favorite charities, Big Brothers and Big Sisters. So, old friends, Riding for Hope, many causes.
And people really have a great time. You have great entertainment. You have great food. Tell us what people can expect at the party.
Well, we're gonna have massages. We got first class bands. We got Artie Dean Harris. He opens for Faith Hill and Tim McGraw. He's coming from Louisville, and he's been playing for many years at the party. He likes to get out of Louisville and come down and play for us. Then we got T.D. Young with Scandalous. He'll be there with the Motown Sounds. We got Dan Jackson, who plays for Jacques Chirac, Paul McCartney at Paul McCartney's Villa in Morocco. And we got Big Mo and Tommy T doing karaoke. So, you know, we'll have shoe shine, so there's a lot of different things.
You told us another special guest will be here this year as well?
Yes, Chris McCarron. He'll be there auctioning the horses off and commentary on the races. He's a Hall of Fame jockey. He won over 7,000 races, 9 Breeders' Cups, 2 Kentucky Derbies, 2 Preakness, and 2 Belmonts.
And I know from the past you have a really diverse crowd that comes out for this. You see a lot of famous faces in the crowd too.
Well, you know, they might come by bicycle or Ferrari or limousine, or you know, it's very diverse, and the party's very tame. We have a lot of Metro policemen there working the party, so you know it works out very well. And another thing, the old Buffalo and Daz is called Maria's now. It's been completely redone, and it is absolutely stunning, beautiful. Actually, they're going to have a Cinco de Mayo party on Thursday.
Oh, that's great. And that is right there, right beside
right there.
the
There you go.
tire
All right,
company.
all this going on Friday night, Derby Eve, starting at 6 o'clock, B&B Morgan Tire. And he said the other day, if you look like Barbara, you can get in.
Absolutely.
The guys have to work a little harder to get an invitation, right?
You're
Right. We only beautiful ladies.
You got it. Bill,
You do a
thanks for
great
coming.
job with the party. Help a lot of people. Thank you, Bill.
Yes, ma'am.
Great, thank you.
Well, keep it right here this mid-morning.
Going to check in with the Mr. Food Test Kitchen next and see what's cooking up here on your Tuesday. Coming up in just a little while, WKYT News at noon.
More on the UK employee who's accused of defrauding the university out of more than $200,000.
We'll also have a report on former President Bill Clinton's trip to Kentucky. He's campaigning today for his wife, Hillary.
News, weather, and sports ahead at noon on WKYT. Well, often the best things in life or on the kitchen table are the simplest ones.
Right, today in the Mr. Food Test Kitchen, it is buttery cabbage.
Did you know that cabbage is one of the oldest vegetables known to man? Well, it is. And over the years, we've prepared it a bunch of different ways. We've shredded it, stuffed it, braised it, and roasted it. And when we discovered how good it was for us, we loved it even more. After all, 1 cup has only 20 calories, Plus, it's high in vitamins and fiber, and it's low in saturated fat and cholesterol. And if you think we love it, Scott Robb of Palmer, Alaska, loves it so much that he broke the Guinness World Record for growing the largest one. Get this, he grew a cabbage that weighed in at 138 pounds. Imagine how much coleslaw that could make. One of my favorite ways to make it is to saute it in some drippings from bacon that we've just cooked off, along with some chopped onion, some peas, a bit of butter, and a little salt and pepper. And not only is cabbage good for us, it's budget friendly. Once it's tender, we crumble the bacon and toss it in to give it some smokiness. This is one of those side dishes that seems to go with everything. I sure hope you'll go online and get the recipe for our buttery cabbage. It's so tasty, maybe you can break the world record for making it one of the most requested side dishes in your house. I'm Howard in the Mr. Food Test Kitchen, where today we found a buttery way for you to say, ooh, it's so good.
Maybe a little chicken on it or something. I don't know.
You know, I bet that's really good, boys. You need to try it. Be open-minded.
One of the requested side dishes. Has he ever had mac and cheese? Seriously? Okay, let's look outside and see what's going on. We have a couple of showers the rest of the afternoon. Really starts off around noontime in the northern zones, then slowly makes its way southbound. Not a washout, no heavy downpours, but nonetheless, a couple of light showers flying on through. Then it looks like the chill actually moves on in the next few days, guys. So we'll be watching that.
We'll have that and, of course, update a lot of our news stories coming up at noon.